Welcome to the Just Loans podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Danny.
And in each episode, we'll be sharing stories from our travels, discussing important topics relating to camper vans and motorhomes. And I'll also be spending a good chunk of time moaning and ranting about things that you maybe think, but don't say out loud. Things like what's better, Manchester or Liverpool? Welcome back. We've got Danny here as well with us today.
Yeah.
Joining us.
Been bribed again, haven't I?
Being bribed again, yeah. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about if you were to design the perfect island, something like the Isle of Arran, just you had that size and the specific topics that you need to cover, so mountain, beach, so on and so forth, what would it be? So that's what we're going to be talking about. But before we get into that, I just want to talk about, our travel guides, because they are the sponsor of this podcast. So if you are planning a road trip up to Scotland, whether that be somewhere like the classic North Coast 500, whether it's the Outer Hebrides, somewhere like Arran, or whether it is you want to do the very best road trip in the entire country of Scotland, then we've got you covered with paperback and ebook editions of all of them. We also have our instant guides available. We've got 7 of them currently available for £6, mobile optimized, digital quick access guides with a nice digital map counterpart.
Perfect for on the go.
Brilliant for on the go. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yes, so would I. And a couple of little announcements as well. So we're going to the Van Life Festival. Van Life Fest in Malton at the end of June for 3 days. So we'll be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll be doing a talk on the Saturday and the Sunday, and we'll be there with a trade stand the whole weekend, probably next to the van where we're selling the travel guide. So if you want to come and meet us in person and see how much worse we look in person and up close.
How much older?
Aye, well,
and wrinkly.
I look younger in person.
Do you? Who told you that?
Me mum.
Oh, well, says it all.
And we're also obviously at the NEC again in October with Park for Night. If you are looking for a little bit of Park for the Night action and you're looking for somewhere to park off-grid when you're on a road trip and you haven't already downloaded the app, then I would highly suggest doing so. It's a great little app and it's free.
If you don't know how to use it, we'll show you at Malton.
Aye. Well.
Is it Malton?
Birmingham.
What?
Are you going to be showing people while we're there selling the books?
What, Park for Night?
Yeah.
How to use the app?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So if you want to come and take Danny away from the job she's meant to be doing, then come and show you how to use Park for Night at Malton. I'm going to sit with my legs up with you.
Ooh.
I'm going to get comfortable.
I'm just providing additional service, that's all.
Then I'll be saying that. These little perverts will be all out.
Oh, I don't mean that.
So there's a few different categories when we're looking at the perfect island. There's specific things that you need to have. And I thought it would be interesting. And it's actually hard, a lot harder than you'd think, because I was thinking like, what would mine be? And it's actually a little bit harder than I thought. So I've got all the categories here and I thought we'd go into it. So I'm going to start off with
I've already found my perfect island though.
No, but if you were designing one, you found the perfect one with a perfect balance for you for us, that we like. But if you were designing one, would you not change a thing? If you could literally pick places up and put them somewhere else?
I suppose so.
I would. So that's the whole point in this exercise. So I think I'm going to start off backwards. This is the category that I had last, but I'm going to put it on first.
Okay.
So with your perfect island, what time of year would you sort of set this in? So if you were suggesting visitors to come, when?
This is like my worst nightmare. I hate being cornered into like a decision. You know, this isn't me.
Well, I'll go first then.
Go on then.
Autumn. In the autumn. It's the prettiest time of year by a mile. And the midges, because a lot of probably what we're going to see will be Scottish type places. So the midges are a factor. And I'm not just built for the summer. I'm built more in betweeny.
I think if I did have to choose, obviously I know I have to. Probably spring.
Spring.
Yeah, it's like
Little lambs and that.
the rebirth of everything.
Rebirth.
Yeah, like everything comes back to life, and it's quite. I've enjoyed
I
spring
like it when
this
it's all
year.
dying on its way
Yeah.
out. Why does it look so pretty when everything's dying? I mean, obviously plants and that, I mean. Because it is, like, that is essentially what...
It is,
well, it's not dying, is it? It's just getting shot of leaves. The leaves are dying. The trees didn't die and then come back. Not Jesus trees, Jesus. So yours is spring.
It is beautiful colours though at autumn.
Why spring though? Is it because of the little babby? You're just loving it at the minute. Where we live, obviously in Durham, we've got a lovely little walk into Durham, and it's lush, to be fair. And we have sheeps, loads of them. Sheeps. Is it sheep or sheeps?
I don't think
I'm sure you'll
sheeps.
let us know in the comments, you set of bastards. I think it's sheeps. But now I see it, it sounds like it should just be sheep.
Yeah,
I think it's sheep. And there's loads of little baby lambs. Lamb? Now you've got us questioning everything. My whole world's being turned upside down. Is it lamb? No, it's got to be lambs.
I don't know.
You couldn't say there's a load of lamb. That doesn't sound right. It's got to be lambs.
Let's move on though.
Aye, so anyway, so like there's loads of them, little baby ones jumping about, and they are cute. They are nice to watch.
I think it's just like all the animals just seem to be out. Like
Aye, and that fucking blue tit, shiting all over me van still.
Like we are lucky where we live because we've got quite a lot of like the fields and stuff in there where you just see like a squirrel running across the road, then the birds are coming down like just swooping, doing their own thing, then the lambs are in the field, then just animals everywhere.
Aye.
The butterflies are out,
The
midges are out, flies are out.
Aye, it's the flies that do my head in. So you're going spring.
Oh, as well, it's because we had seen some deer and some rabbits as well.
Yes.
Feeling a little bit like Snow
not
White.
yesterday, the day before, it was like we were in a Disney film. We went on a walk down, and none of the animals, even squirrels, weren't bothered by us.
No, they weren't.
And the deer was just chilling in the field, didn't care. The little lambs just jumping all over its ma.
Yeah, I think
Didn't
that time
care.
of year, like.
Right, so let's get to the important bits then. Beach. That's a hard one. So you can only pick one of each.
I feel like I haven't been to enough places though.
Well, I know that, but like,
I'm just going off my catalogue.
Well, aye, that's the whole point. Otherwise, you cannot just be matting stuff up based on other people's catalogues. Who else are you going to be doing with
I
that?
feel like I should have had some notice and could have been researching
that's
this.
the whole point. No, there's no research. It's got to be off the top of your head. The only research I've done is I've just wrote stuff down in terms of like the categories I need to remember.
Okay.
I'm just spitting freestyle here.
Okay.
What beach? Commit.
I would say Balnakeal. There was something about that beach. It had a lot of character about it. I loved how it had the dunes, the mountains, weirdly the graveyard.
Grim. She loves a good graveyard, this one. I reckon it's a sign. If I gone missing...
What, you'll be in a graveyard?
Aye, true. It's probably where I want. I don't know whether I want to be buried or cremated. Can you not just leave us somewhere? Just chuck us in a bin. It seems like an awful lot of work. And even
It'll be
money.
cheaper doing it that way, so yeah.
What, a graveyard?
No, just chucking you somewhere.
Oh, aye, that's what I mean. It's an awful lot of money for someone that's dead.
It is actually. You're paying up to like, what, a few grand?
I think so. It's a secure business, though. It's probably one of the most secure. If you're listening to this and you want career advice, maybe it's be an undertaker. Not the Undertaker, the wrestler, the other one.
But the only thing with Balnakeal, the water is like crystal clear blue, like
Melvick.
Yeah.
That is mine. I think it has to be at Melvick. Because it's, for me, like, it's the most, like, over the top. You get there and you're like, what's this? And by the way, these are all places in the UK. I'm sure there's better beaches and other stuff in the
is that
world.
what we're definitely doing?
It's all just UK stuff that we've been to.
So I was going to say maybe a beach from the Bahamas or somewhere like that.
Have you been to the Bahamas?
No.
So then why would you be seeing that?
Don't know.
Oh my God. Can you see what I've got to deal with here?
You haven't made it quite clear.
No, well, I just have. So, luckily, you answered with Balnakeil. Alganac, Melvick, both of them are part of the NC 500, funnily enough, and not that far apart.
But I
really.
do like, for the same reason, was it Luscantire? Because again, that's got the mountains, and it has like a little, again, like a graveyard.
I did. It
But
was
it wasn't.
huge.
It was
that
like
one.
set off the back. But also there was a one. What was it called? I think it was on the Ardemerken, or was it on Mull?
Which one? The one with the castle? No.
No, but it had like the mountains either
Oh,
side.
Mull, Calgary Bay.
Was it Calgary Bay? That was also
that was
lovely
lush as well. That was nice. I don't know how much nicer that would be. I think that would be so much nicer than the time of year we went because it was grey, it was
we
rainy.
went in, was it January?
It was cold.
It was still beautiful in January though.
It was lush, aye.
Like you were blown away by it as well.
Aye, I was. So you're still going with that, what?
There's also that cool place. I think it was on the Ardemerken where it had like sort of the seaside, but then like a walkaway was the castle in the middle.
I can't remember that. I've got it written down somewhere, and I've got it on a map just so I didn't forget. In fact, I've got it here. I'll be able to tell you. So if you want like a hidden part, it was. We should probably go back there, you know, because
did we do a video that time?
but it was the one that no one watched, and now that doesn't narrow it down that much. But
it was
called Tioram Castle or Tiram Castle. Tioram Castle. If you're looking at it, or if you're on your phone. It was that one. The pictures are a bit crap, but because the tide was out, so you could walk across to it.
Still nice.
But if you are wanting to do like a bit of a road trip somewhere that's a bit like not popular, it's not a bad little shout there. It's its placement that's the problem. Because like once you get up there, you're going to Mallaig or you're going up to Skye. It's like in the corner, so you kind of miss it. So not a bad shout. The next one, mountain, but it's based on how pretty the mountain is to look at. So not like what's your sort of favorite mountain to look at, whether that's from a distance, the way it surrounds an area that you see for a mile, whatever it might be.
I need thinking time. You answer.
Oh, I'm struggling with this, and you know. I
That's
think
quite hard with a mountain. Because a mountain's a mountain.
Well, no, it's not though.
There is.
You cannot just say a mountain's a mountain.
There was a mountain. Oh, I know. Do you know when we went to Melvick?
Melvick, yeah.
If you turn round and look at the mountains there,
there's a big triangle one.
There's a very oddly shaped mountain. And I always look at it and think,
or something, isn't it?
Do you know which one I mean?
Is it the one that just looks like a pyramid?
A little bit, but it's a little bit funny at the top.
I'm on Google Maps trying to find it.
Do you know it? You'll know which one I mean.
But I don't know the name of it. How am I going to find it? I was a canisp.
So it's just oddly shaped.
Is it that? No.
Maybe.
This will be no good to any of you because you can't see it, but
have a think though for yourself.
It's a hard
what
one,
mountain
isn't it?
would you want?
Because you've got a few lush ones. So, like, realistically, I would say the most impactful ones for me is, you know, when you come from Loch Lomond and you first come round, the one where the first time we went up the Skye, there was like a train going round. It's like a big pyramid. That one's a cool one. But I think that's because it always indicates to me it's like the start of the trip, or when the scenery gets absolutely off its lips. Obviously, you got like Glencoe, but I would say Goatfell.
You've always said that though since we've climbed it.
It reminds a bit of Norway as well. It's that it's just the rockiness of it, and like I know Goatfell itself is a little bit bland looking in comparison to all the others around it, but I'm just classing it as the little mountains all the way around there. But that would be it for me. I think it's a hard one though. But Glencoe also, I don't know if Kerrang's technically classed as a mountain, but I don't think it is. But Kerrang as well, the Cullen Range as well.
On Skye.
You can say that for miles. Lush. Anyway, I'm going to lock my answer in as Goatfell. You cannot say the one we didn't know the name of because that'll be no good.
I'll say Kerrang then.
Kerrang. Driving road and scenery. So like the driving scenery and stretch of road.
I would go either Glencoe or Torridon. I think the road in Torridon's lovely.
Yeah. I have to go Glencoe. I have to. Torridon's cool, but like the drive to Glencoe is a nicer drive as well. Like Torridon's single track. I mean, in all fairness, it's never really been that busy when we've been, so we've always enjoyed it. And the mountains are amazing. But there's just now like that Glencoe Valley, man, is there?
And as much as it's such a small road, I do still like the road that leads you up to Loch Ranza on Arran.
Yeah, up past like Glen Sannox and that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's on the same standard though.
No, I know, but it's a beautiful short drive.
It's better on the way back because then you get to see like the mountains and that, and then you're looking down the valley out to sea.
Yeah,
where
I do like that though.
Yeah, it's nice, but I don't think it's got anything on them.
But that's why it's in miniature. That's why you have to go, because you just get a nice little taste.
I'm going to stop promoting Arran though, because like when we move there, I don't want any of these little rabble coming. Can you imagine? Just going to shops and they're like, oh, I watch you on YouTube. You'd be like, oh, no, you didn't, man. It's not me.
They'll be like, oh, there's that knobhead.
There's that fat knobhead who tell us to come here. Yeah, shit, the weather's shit.
I can't get off the island.
I've been stuck on for a month. Can I stay in your garden? Viewpoint. Easy this in. For me, anyway.
Do you know what? I think I've got. Is that amnesia?
I don't know. I forgot.
Do you know where you? But you know when you like,
it's because you're under pressure. That's what it is. The pressure is on. Should I go first?
Unnecessary pressure.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Quorang. It's the best viewpoint in the world. Well, in the UK.
Can't think.
You're struggling, yeah. It's not Who Wants to Be a Millionaire now, you know. You're not going to lose now for just answering. You can just answer if you want.
I know, but I'm just saying anything then, aren't I?
That's what you do anyway.
I do a lot
just
of the time.
up.
I'm trying to think of somewhere I've been where, you know, when you just moved by the view. And I'm trying to think where that was.
Trying to think of places where you might have thought such a thing.
I know.
It's nice up in like the Cairngorms above Morlock and that as well, but it's just not the same level. Quorang is hard to beat, I would say.
It's probably been, no, actually, I do know, is up. It is going to be up on Goatville because you get a 360 degree viewpoint of the whole island, and you can see for miles as well when you're up there. So yeah, I'm going to say there, because every time I sit, there's a area on the mountain where like you're shaded from all the wind, and you just sit there and you just overlook, and you're overlooking Holy Island. Do you know what? Well, Broderick and Holy Island, and it's just so peaceful.
Yeah,
I would say that one.
I think one of the theme is one of us are probably going to use somewhere on Arran for the answer of every question, because my next one is also Arran.
Will you stop pinching Arran?
I love it. Town or village?
Oh, I'm not. Ours isn't going to be the same. I really liked some of the towns on the borders.
There's some lush ones actually.
With a load of character. And you know where I really enjoyed? I got a lovely feel where was the Muse.
Aye. What's that called again? It's Temple of the Muse, but I don't know what the actual place around it was called.
It was just...
I'll search for that while you're on. That's classed as Melrose though.
Yeah, I would say Melrose then.
We've spent a chunk of time there once we first went.
What was that statue called?
The William Wallace one.
Yeah, just that whole area there.
That Scots View was nice up there as well.
Yeah.
And that viaduct was nice. Yeah. And the cool bridge that looks like a castle.
Yeah.
For me, it's Broderick. I love Broderick. Honestly, when you get to Arran, you look and you just think, why would you say that? It's Broderick. It's like where you first land.
I think they'll still say it when they go as well.
But I don't know. You know when you just go somewhere and you like, I think because it's somewhere I want to live, there's just a feeling there. And you've got like the stuff I suppose you kind of want, like the Co-op with a Costa coffee in
What's
it.
for you in the Co-op?
Costa coffee. It's not the Co-op, it's a Costa coffee. It's so lush. I prefer the machines than I do actual people. Because you get in, they're like, oh, do you want a cappuccino? And it's just milky coffee. What's that, man? Susan, you haven't got a clue. I can watch the temperature you're heating that milk to. Settle down. You're not me ma. You cannot just heat. Why do women need to heat everything up till it's literally lava? It's disgusting. You've ruined me cuppa. Now I've literally got warm milky coffee. I didn't want that. I didn't want to just have a topping of froth and then just warm coffee after. Load of shite, Susan.
I would say milky coffee's nice.
But you've got no taste, clearly. But with product, one of the things I love about it is Fisherman's Walk. I think it's such a lush walk. I love the whole place, man. The feeling. What I love about it is it's not trying to be anything that it's not. It's just a very honest place. So like the golf course there isn't unbelievable and it's not shit. The walk along the front isn't unbelievable, but it's not shit. Like, you get off the ferry, and it is what it is. It's not pretending to be now else. How you feel when you're there, that's just what it's like. And it's like that all the time. People are happy there. You see people, and they didn't mind people. They say hello. You can walk the dogs. You've got wildlife all over the place.
That's what I was going to say about about the
Loads.
Fisherman's Walk, is that there's just wildlife everywhere.
Then you've got Goatfell behind you.
And then you've got the castle as well, viewpoint.
Brother Castle's there. And then you can walk all the way along to the other side. I love it.
It is lovely.
It's very nice. So that's mine. The next one, I haven't got a clue. I don't even know why I put that on there. Tourist activity. That's a hard one. I'm a little bit perplexed here. I don't know. I can't even remember putting that on there.
Tourist activity. So
I suppose it could be like a castle maybe or something like that.
No, I was just thinking, like say on the NC 500 we enjoy doing that geek zip line and that cliff jump.
That was good.
So I don't know whether something like that.
I don't know if I'd pay that much again though. It was like £30 each. No, sorry, 30 quid for both of us. Just to jump out. It was literally like 5 seconds. It was the quickest money spent ever.
Obviously we are.
You can't say something, Aaron?
Yeah.
What are you going to say?
No, what I like about Aaron as well is that
this episode is sponsored by the Isle of Arran Tourist Board.
We could actually be
if you're listening, get in touch.
We've
got a guide there as well if you're looking to go to the Isle of Arran.
It's when you think,
but then again, because we're going to move there soon, hopefully.
Oh my God, are they going on about Arran again? But the thing about it as well, you can go, which obviously you can do anywhere. But obviously you've got the sea kayaking, which you can go around.
We haven't even done that.
I know, but I want to. And then
you can't name something we haven't done.
Oh, has it got to be something that we've done?
You're a fraud.
No, well, I have kayaked before.
I'm not there though. You cannot say, the Isle of Arran sea kayaking, it's class. But I've never done it.
Well, I'll do it and then I'll tell you about it. And then I was going to say, because I've got the gorge walking as well. Is it gorge?
What, them, like, come to the Isle of Arran and do some George walking? Are you joking?
Gorge walking.
George walking, what a cracker. If anyone's listening in the comments, you got to put a George walking comment in there just to let us know. What about that?
Well, what activity are you going based on what you've done?
I'm struggling.
No,
I didn't even know why I put it on.
I don't know why anyways, but I would say, is it got to be an outdoor activity as well?
Pigeon shooting in Aviemore. That was class.
Aye, because you were good at it.
I'm good at everything.
I know.
You were good?
I was all right. I was frightened of the gun backfiring in my face.
Because it looks like it's hit you a few times anyway.
No, because I done it when I was younger, so it hurt.
And you were still that shit?
Yeah.
I would say that. It was fun, that. Either that, I tell you what is also good, and I think will be an acceptable answer because it's helpful as well, but it's expensive, is the gondola thing up the Nevis Range.
That was nice. Do you know what it is? I would just go, I know you don't like it, I would say just bike riding around somewhere scenic.
You've got me done in here with a George walking.
I don't understand. Well, what's it called?
Gorge walking.
Aye, that's what I said first.
Well, then you still correct.
It was your perplexed look that made us think maybe it's not that. Maybe it's George walking.
I gotta deal with that. Hey, Jesus, right, let's move on.
What about well, actually, I would say what we've done, a skydive over somewhere. I would say actually cool. I would say a skydive.
But most people are not going to do it. That's not necessarily a tourist activity. That's like a thrill seeker's or lunatic activity.
Well, you didn't really specify on your list.
I did. I said it was a tourist activity. Literally, the category is called tourist activity.
Well, that is a tourist activity. You can come and visit this place and do
this
skydive.
Hey,
or
we're not very good at this.
Or abseiling.
Why have you saying that? she's just she's just been mad stuff up. I don't know what use is going to be to anyone. Come here, do you abseiling? Have you done it before? No, I haven't even seen it. Well,
I have abseiled before.
I'm contrast, but you can't answer the next one. Oh my God. I'm crying here. George Watkins.
Oh wait, baby, there's too much time. You haven't got time for laughing.
I can't deal with it. I hope the volume levels of this isn't too bad because you've got me battered here. Right.
Come on, next question.
Like if someone's tuned in now, we'll look like we're having a heart to heart. We're both crying. Right. If you could only see one type on the entire island, what animal would it be? So you couldn't obviously.
I know.
What?
It would be deer.
It would be for me.
But seals are also interesting to watch. Birds as well.
I find any sea animal, like sea life, or sea life are like that. You know, the ones where you act like the otters on Arran as well. Again, back to Arran. But like when you, because you didn't see them
and
very
dolphins
much.
as well.
Aye.
And something magical when you see it.
But you didn't really see.
But I would say deer.
Yeah, I would say deer as well. There's something like mythical and mystical about deer. Like I can see why they are like that in a lot of films and stories and that kind of thing, because it very much feels like that. There's just something about them where you just, I don't know. I don't even know.
Do you know where there's an albino deer?
I love Arran. If you didn't know that, we have got an episode, I think it's in the thumbnail for that, where we done a vlog on the Isle of Arran, and the day we got back, well, as we were on the ferry back, our friend Mark, big shout out to Mark Armour, who he managed to photograph and get video of well, it's not actually an albino deer, as far as I'm aware. Someone corrected us.
Is it just a white deer?
I didn't know. I think it's like there's some sort of genetic thing. But you know what people are like in the comments. It's not albino. He's just white. I don't know what it was. But anyway, what walk? Not a hike. That's next. What walk would you have on your island? One that's preferably actually being done. One that you've maybe heard of, really. But
normally on a walk, I like variation, usually. But do you know there's a walk at Harbottle, and you always go, why do you like that one where Drake's Stone is?
Yeah.
There's that walk as we walked round and up and then through the forest, and then you just had like a viewpoint down the valley. Just that one. But something like that, I can't think. I might have made a hasty decision, but something where it's varied.
I'm glad you mentioned that because it's led us on to partially maybe one of mine, which is the Otterburn hike.
Okay.
So in Otterburn, not too far from us, in Northumberland, there's a what's it called again? Spithope Bothy. And there's a beautiful walk up there. It's next to the firing ranges. It's cool. It's I think it's about 14 mile. Between 10 and 14 mile. Easy walk though, just long. I mean, even my mum done it, and that's saying something. So that one, or Glen Rosa. That's lush.
It is.
I don't know what else. It would probably have to be one of them new Fisherman's Walk. I mean, I kind of said it, but it's not much of a walk. It's more of a stroll, that one. I'm still recovering. I can't see. You've had us in tears here.
I can't actually, like, think of one. Been on so many, like, lovely walks, but something like that, I would say.
The one that we went on up on the not far from Loch Marie that I took you on, and then we couldn't get the cross to the top. That was lush when I done it on by myself when I could actually get the lock at the top. So I think I'll go Otterburn.
I think I'm going to stay with mine with I don't even know what it's called, but it's that Harbottle where the Drake Stone is. But it's the walk that takes you all the way around, up past the stone, through the forest, and then down by the valley.
Funnily enough, it's right near Otterburn hike as well, that one.
Is it?
Yeah. And then your favourite hike is the final question. Which hike would be the one? Only one proper hike. But then again, I'm saying walk. Otterburn's not a walk. It's 14 mile.
Yeah. I would probably say Goatfell, to be honest.
I think I would.
Like you say, maybe up. I don't mind both ways, but through Glen Rosa, it's beautiful up that way.
It's a lot harder.
A little bit sketchy, but then also the other way. I think it's because you've got that viewpoint. Every time you turn around, you see it, and you're like, "Oh God, that's beautiful." That. And
you've got the big looming mountains right in front of you as well the whole time in that valley.
Yeah.
I think I might go Goatfell as well. This has basically just been an advert for the Isle of Arran, isn't it?
If you haven't been, it's lovely.
Yeah. So I think that's it then. I think we basically have just summarised the Isle of Arran, but put Glencoe in it as well.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's quite lovable,
a bit of
really.
skydiving. Bit of George walking. Hey, well, it would be interesting to hear your suggestions. So these are the categories. If you can let us know in the comments if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're listening on Spotify and so on and so forth, you can also pop it in the comments there. What would be your go-to beach, mountain, as in what it looks like, the driving road and driving scenery, the viewpoint, town or village, or food and drink spot? I didn't mention that. Easy, that one.
What?
The clack egg.
Oh, yeah.
That is like, it's like a little slice of
if you've
Scotland.
Ever not tried, they do, what is it?
The pork and treat so chili. What was the dessert you normally get? Was
it
cheesecake?
Yeah, the white chocolate and raspberry cheesecake.
Blew my balls clean off. It was lush.
So nice.
So the categories are, again, just to repeat that, beach, mountain, appearance related, driving road and scenery, viewpoint, town or village, food and drink spot, tourist activity, if you want to do a bit of George walking, wildlife, if you could only see one animal on your entire island, what would it be? What walk, what hike, and what time of year would you like to visit?
That was a good little question thing.
I just made it up.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
It was quite a good one.
So thanks for listening. Make sure you give us a little review on Spotify and comment and subscribe on YouTube as well. Thanks, and we'll see ya in the next one.